Let's talk about what's happening inside the minds and the calendars of today's leaders. Yes, there's excitement. AI has potential. But underneath that, there's a quiet disengagement, decision fatigue, and internal dissonance. Because this isn't about keeping up with technology. It's about leaders asking, where do I fit into the future? What if my instincts are no longer enough? What does good leadership even look like in this new context? And deeper still, is the future of leadership only accessible to those of us with the right passports, degrees, or data literacy? Welcome to the Future Ready Leader podcast, where we explore the strategies, the mindsets, and the innovations that are shaping leaders like you for tomorrow. I'm Afshin, Executive Leadership Advisor and CEO of the Phoenix Coaching Company, and I'm here to help you amplify your leadership impact, navigate change with confidence, and create lasting growth in your organization and in yourself. Each episode will dive into leadership insights, real-world experiences, and transformative ideas to help professionals like yourself unlock your full potential. So if you're ready to future-proof your leadership and inspire meaningful change, let's get started. Welcome back to the Future Ready Leader podcast. I'm your host, Afshin Ismailway, and today we're diving into something that is shaping boardroom discussions and leadership decisions and personal well-being more than many of us admit. The stirring response to AI. From excitement to fear, optimism to concern, leaders across the globe are facing a profound reckoning when it comes to artificial intelligence. And this reckoning isn't just technical, it's personal, it's professional, and it's deeply human. And there's another layer that we are ignoring so far. The emotional toll isn't the same everywhere. For some, AI represents access and hope. For others, it signals exclusion and obsolescence. There's a global sentiment shift here. Let's start with the data. A 2025 report by the University of Melbourne shows something striking. Optimism about AI is highest in emerging economies like India and Nigeria, where over 80% of respondents say they feel excited and they feel hopeful. But in countries like Switzerland and the UK and the US, optimism is overshadowed by concern and fatigue. In fact, in Australia, the rank for optimism towards AI is the lowest. So what is behind this divide? Well, in emerging markets, AI is often seen as an equalizer, a tool that can open doors and increase access and reduce systemic inefficiencies. But it's important to remember that equal access isn't guaranteed to all. Many still lack the infrastructure, the education, or even the inclusion to fully benefit. And on the flip side, in developing markets where systems are already established, AI is more frequently perceived as a threat to stability, to jobs, and to identity. Yet even here, those most at risk of displacement are often the very least supported. The emotional impact of AI is not evenly distributed. It's shaped by geography and class and gender and more. So in a recent Forbes article by Jack Kelly, data from PwC, McKinsey, and the World Economic Forum has predicted that up to 60% of current jobs will require significant adaptation, and that 300 million jobs could be displaced by AI, affecting a quarter of the global workforce. So that's not just disruption, that's a full system reset. And what is the emotional fallout in leadership? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what's happening inside the minds and the calendars of today's leaders. Yes, there's excitement. AI has potential. But underneath that, there's a quiet disengagement, decision fatigue, and internal dissonance. Because this isn't about keeping up with technology. It's about leaders asking, where do I fit into the future? What if my instincts are no longer enough? What does good leadership even look like in this new context? And deeper still, is the future of leadership only accessible to those of us with the right passports, degrees, or data literacy? So we are seeing this play out in organizations that move fast on AI adoption without clear leadership alignment. Some implement tools that marginalize human connection. Others move so fast They're forgetting to ask who's being left behind in the pursuit of this progress. As an example, Klarna, they made headlines for pausing all hiring in 2024 to replace workers with AI. And by May 2025, they had already reversed course. Why? Because most AI projects fail to deliver on human outcomes. It's not just that AI didn't deliver business results, it didn't deliver the human ones, because empathy, it matters. People matter. So as the emotional weight of AI and workforce transformation grows heavier, many leaders are operating under the surface, navigating rapid change, making critical decisions, and quietly carrying a lot of uncertainty and the pressure to be agile, to be emotionally intelligent, all at once is real. And it's rarely addressed directly in the leadership development spaces that I am encountering. This is exactly why on July the 1st, I'm hosting a leadership workshop called Quiet Thriving, How Leaders Survive and Lead in Chaos. Join me from 12 to 1:30 p.m. CET, live and virtual. This space is for leaders who want to re-engage at work and thrive instead of just survive. In this session, we'll spot signs of disquiet in your engagement and name what it's costing you and what you want instead. We'll introduce the concept of quiet thriving and explore how to lead with purpose without burning out. We're going to reclaim energy, your voice, and your agency, and you will leave with one shift that you can apply right away. If you're feeling misaligned in a world that's evolving unevenly, where access, skills, and visibility are still privileges for some, you're not alone. Register via the link in the description box below. An early bird offer is waiting for you. So how are we going to lead with emotional intelligence in the age of AI? One of the quiet myths I see in leadership today is that we have to choose between efficiency and empathy, between innovation and inclusion, between scaling AI and staying human. And another myth, that future-ready leadership is just about tech adoption. It's also about inclusive imagination. But the leaders who will thrive in this next decade are the ones who refuse that binary. They're the ones who use AI and stay deeply connected to emotional intelligence, who experiment and remain grounded in values, who move quickly and still make the space to reflect. Because leadership in the age of AI isn't just about what you know, it's about how you lead through what you don't know. It's about ensuring the future you're building includes those who aren't even in the room yet. As AI shifts our systems, let's not lose ourselves or each other in the process. Just pause long enough to ask, what in this moment is triggering in me? Am I leading from clarity or from noise? Because you don't need to be louder. To lead, you need to be aligned. And in case you're ready to build that clarity back, join me for Quiet Thriving. Because your leadership isn't about adapting to what's next, it's about ensuring everyone comes along. Until next time, thank you for leading with courage, clarity, and care.